So I have a bit of a Spyderco addiction, and I had to get this one before it was too late. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Now, what we have here is not a super new knife, but it's the steel I really wanted, and if you know what I'm talking about, it's brown. But I also wanted to talk about some of Spyderco's smaller compression lock knives. Now, this is the Lil Native with the compression lock. And if you don't use this right away because this steel is not stainless, I would definitely keep the little pouch in there with it, especially because a lot of people are going to collect these and not use them. And this steel could get a little rusty on you if you don't take care of it. So what's the deal with 15V? If you don't know, basically it's a steel that's going extinct, but the reason it's so fantastic is the edge retention. This is heat treated by Big Brown Bear. That's why you see the triple B right there. The guy's name is Sean Houston. He does his famous 15V heat treat where these end up having an HRC around 65. It basically rivals Maximet when it comes to edge retention. Some people even like this more because they say it's easier to sharpen and just a little bit easier to work with. And another reason these are so wanted is that they're not super expensive, unless you have to buy it on the secondary market. But, you know, these are not that bad, especially when you're comparing it to Maximet. Now, you probably can still find some Lil Natives out there in the Lockback or in the compression lock version. These ones are getting a little bit harder to find. The lightweight here in 15V, but you might still see some batches come here and there. But, you know, Crucible going out of business basically screwed this steel, and no one knows if it's going to come back or what, but it's limited and there's only so much of this left, and that's why these guys are getting eaten up. Now, I haven't really used the PM2 here yet, the lightweight. I did decide I'm going to keep it as a user, but I ordered some new applied weapons tech scales, so I'm waiting for that. Really nice action on this one, actually, for a lightweight. I dig it. And yeah, I'm psyched to use this. So the edge retention is just nuts on this. That's, you know, it's going to be a lot better than MagnaCut and some of the other well-known super steels, but it is not super tough and it is not very corrosion resistant. So you're going to want to make sure this is always clean, use wax or oil on it, and maintain it, or you're going to get some rust spots. I had a Maximet PM3 for years, and I finally had to throw it away at an airport one time because I was an idiot and brought it with me on accident. But the edge retention on that thing was just nuts. It had the highest edge retention I've ever had on a Spyderco, and that's why I'm really psyched to try out the 15V, because a lot of people say that it rivals that. Now, looking at the knife here, this is the Lil Native. It's a smaller guy, but it's got really nice action, and it's a 3-finger knife if you hold it down here, but you can get all 4 fingers up here. Comes with a wire clip, and besides the amazing steel, I did want to, you know, kind of give some love to Spyderco's smaller compression knives. I think that sometimes people sleep on these a bit. Both of these make for an awesome EDC, especially a Summertime EDC where you want something pretty small. This one is the Microjimbo in Spy 27. Great action, and even for a lefty, it's fine. You know, this one isn't probably as ergonomic as the Lil Native. I can barely get my pinky on there, but even at being a lefty, I have no problem unlocking this. And it has really nice action. You can also just kind of do that. And really good detent on this one as well. Now, these ones are designed by a famous knife fighter. I'm losing his name right now. I will flash it up on the screen. He does have a larger one, the Yojimbo, and then the Yojumbo. So he does have some larger knives. And basically, you know, they're more of like knife fighting knives, apparently. But this little guy is awesome for EDC. This thing has a Warncliffe blade shape with a really crazy tip on it. And it's just awesome for, you know, cutting up cardboard, opening packages, most of the everyday carry things you're going to want to do. And I've had this for maybe, I don't know, a year now, maybe a little less, but I slept on this for a long time, and I'm glad I have it, especially for the summer. I like smaller knives in the summertime, and this is one I'm going to put in the pocket a lot this summer. Then that's another reason I wanted the Lil Native here. And this one even feels more ergonomic, because you can get all 4 fingers on it, and you got that finger choil right there. Plus, I just love their wire clips. And I haven't decided if I'm going to get different scales for this one or not, but while we are here, I am going to reverse the clip, and I'm basically just committing right now that I'm going to use this knife and not flip it once everybody wants this steel. And you can see on this one, you got this piece on the other side. Then you got this barrel here that's got one flat side, and I moved it over to the other side, and I believe it goes right in like so. Come on, guy. There we go. Then I'm going to get this screw started a bit, push my clip down in there, and then tighten this down. All right, so there we are, set up for left-hand carry. So, you know, like I said, none of these knives are super new, and it's not like no one knows about them. But I think sometimes, you know, some of the newer to Spyderco folks don't really think about them. If you like smaller knives, these are worth checking out. Here is the PM2. With the Lil Native, it's a little under 6 inches. And with the Microjimbo, it's about 6 1/4. Cutting edge, about 2 1/4 on that guy. And the cutting edge is about 2 on the Lil Native. What do they weigh? 2.3 ounces and 2.9 ounces. Makes sense. This blade stock feels quite a bit thicker. You can see those side by side there. But both of them are definitely, you know, lightweight, very compact knives that'll fit in most pockets. So, really depends on what blade shape you like, and, you know, ergonomics, I would say the Lil Native here is a little bit better, but this guy's no slouch too, and I just love this blade shape. Both of these are made in Colorado, so they are USA made, and Spyderco has pretty crazy deals right now for Father's Day. They have like up to 20% off, so if you want any kind of Spyderco model, definitely worth checking those out, and I will put links in the description for these. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find this one in the compression lock anymore, but I think I can still find it in the back lock, and this one's pretty readily available and comes in a bunch of different options, including salt and MagnaCut. So if you own either of these, let me know what you think, or let me know what you think about 15V steel if you've been using that. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and check out one of my others. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.